ceremonial turtle dove back.
All right. Hello.
It's all of ours. Just because your name's on it the most doesn't mean nothing.
It means something.
Okay.
Just like this belt means something.
I gotta get going, guys. So, hello.
You gotta get going.
What? Oh, the music. It's back. Daniel's dimming the lights. Cody's spraying some scented Febreze. Tyler, make sure the camera's batteries are fully charged. It's the newest episode of DCP's Sexiest Show, Rank Me Off, a show in which we choose a topic. We each bring our top 5 rankings, discuss, then do a group rank off. This episode, what the fuck moments in cinema and TV.
This was not my intro.
I know.
You dick.
What was your intro?
My intro was it's a countdown from 5, so you go 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you go rank me off.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, before we get going, 2 things. 1, a word from our sponsor.
To keep your dog in top condition, get your pet complete nutrition. Feed them sturdy, make them sturdy, happy, friendly, petty, birdie. Any dog can be a winner if he eats some sturdy dinner. Feed them sturdy, feed them sturdy.
How many cigarettes did these people used to smoke?
This is dog food.
I know, but still.
Like,
It's
how deep
dog
is his
food?
voice?
All right,
Wait, that's dog. All I could hear was like, "Eat them sturdy, beat them sturdy."
Yeah, I
Like,
heard that.
it was like, all right, Johnny, before we film this next one, 3 packs, go.
Okay, now.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get going to you guys go to St. Louis. Don't look at my paper. Okay.
All right.
So we this is Rank Me Off. Before we get to our top 5 what the fuck moments in cinema and TV, our colleague here wants to speak about the
I don't
news.
want to talk about news.
Do quick.
I
Do
don't want to
quick.
talk about news. I don't want to talk about news. Nope.
Or no, do the top 5 news of the week.
Yeah.
Top 5 news.
Yeah, there we go. That
there-
makes sense now.
there was
It
a-
makes sense
there was a-
within the show.
They released a Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan image for the new James Gunn DC universe.
Cool.
Anyone see it?
Yeah, I've
I
seen-
saw the ring, like the zoomed real close up on the.
They're like
Hal Jordan ring.
walking down the highway.
Absolutely hated it.
Makes me think that they're doing
They're
kind of like a
it's
Green
cosmic
Lantern,
character. Why are
Green
they walking
Arrow.
on the street?
Because the ring is out of juice.
Dumb.
And they're going to make a
Lame.
joke about that in the movie.
No.
Yeah,
it's a
no, the
TV
ring
series.
constantly runs out of juice
the
all the
TV
time.
series?
I think it's a TV series.
I don't like it.
It's supposed to be something in the vein of True
I'm the
Detective.
devil's advocate. Whatever you guys say, I say the opposite.
Okay, well, you got the right to be slapped.
Okay, what's
Adam, you are the straightest man I've ever seen.
I am the gayest.
He-Man.
I hate it.
They released the poster.
Poster looks alright.
Poster looks all right. They released set photos, and it looks like it's supposed to take place on Earth.
It does.
Does it?
Yes,
So it's
he's-
Adam.
he's supposed to.
He's wearing a pink polo.
Yeah, I
like,
saw the pink shirt.
being arrested by cops.
Yeah, I thought the pink polo looked really good.
He's supposed to find the sword, and that's supposed to transport him back to Eternia to save his kingdom.
There's a really famous actor who got cast for Man at Arms. too.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Ooh,
about
I
that.
like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like.
I like Jared Leto as Skeletor. I think he's gonna really do a
Are
good job.
you serious?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that meme of, like, oh, we're getting a new live-action He-Man, and then it's just Morbius, Jared Leto, and all this other stuff behind it, who's going to be in charge of it.
So-
and I'm like, ooh.
So my question about Jared Leto is he really a bad actor, or is he poorly written?
I
Because he wasn't bad as Joker as the actor. It was the writing for Joker that was bad.
when it comes to his roles, not his personal life. When it comes to his roles, I think he's a genuinely good actor. He does that kind of weird stuff.
The method acting.
Yeah, because he came out after everything was said and done, and he was like, "No, I didn't send no condoms to Will Smith, and I didn't send a dead rat to Margot Robbie, whatever." He goes, "I don't know how that got out," and then people cut in clips of him in interviews saying, "Yeah, I was sending used condoms to Will Smith." So whatever. As far as his personal shit is concerned, and his band is horrible. Not my type of music.
Yeah,
anyway.
it takes way long.
30 Seconds to Mars?
It takes way longer to get to Mars than 30 seconds.
35. Anyway,
I expected the stuff that he would sing would be way heavier based off like who he is and all that.
I liked him in Requiem for a Dream,
yes.
except it wasn't him that I liked in Requiem.
No,
Okay.
me either. Marlon Wayans. Anyway, what's your other bit of news?
What are we on? Three.
Three.
Amazon now completely owns. They have the creative rights to James Bond. There was
That
a hold.
surprises.
There was a holdout from the Broccoli family, but apparently they paid them like over $1 billion to relinquish all the rights.
I'd sell my rights for something for $1 billion too. Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that they go back to campy, like over the top James Bond. Like I want like we've built this laser that will harness the sun's energy, or like I've built this thing that will bring the moon closer. Like
I sort of want that, but I want a grittier version of that. I want it to go back to the 60s
yes,
and do over the top villains and plots like that, but take it dead serious.
yeah, that's what I want. Like
Yeah.
I want.
I want the plots of Roger Moore, but the seriousness of Daniel Craig. I think that'd be cool.
I want like straight-laced Q where he's like, yes, click this pin twice, it explodes. Like I want like machine guns coming out of a car type thing.
Absolutely. I mean,
But like
what
you
James
said-
Bond's about.
But like you said, take it completely seriously
Yeah.
and be like, well, yeah, of course that would happen. Like that's what spies do. That's all I got. So top three news items.
I thought we had one more piece of news.
We had the recent passing of Gene Hackman and his wife
And dog.
and dog, which was apparently was a surprise thing that happened. Like nobody, I guess they've been dead for a little bit and just recently found their bodies.
Yeah, the running theory is carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide poisoning. So get those CO sensors checked, people.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
That's
And also Michelle
So we'll
Trachtenberg
do
passed
four Gene Hackman, 5 Michelle Trachtenberg.
Okay.
All right.
Unless anyone's got a fifth one real quick.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure other people have died.
No, not in the world. Okay, so let's go
Not
on.
in the world.
Let's go on to the episode. Who wants to do their top 5? Cody wants to do his top 5.
No, he was just impersonating a monkey.
Oh, okay.
It has nothing to do with that.
That's Harry Ape talk for. Hey, man.
All right.
Harry the Hairy Ape.
Okay.
Is Ray Stevens still alive?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So no particular order.
No, they got to be in order.
All right, fine. I'll do. This is number 5. So number 1 would be the bet was be like what the fuck, and number 5.
How was
like,
that again?
What the fuck?
Oh, that's what I thought.
And then number 1 will. Well, would I say that number 1 would be what the fuck, and number 5 would be like what the fuck?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
No, you should have done the first. What's number 1?
What the fuck?
And then number 5 is
You
That's
said
what
the
they-
fuck.
You sound like Colin Mockery trying to do one of his impressions. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay, so number 5 for me is the ending of Accepted, when the dean of Harmon is walking towards his car and the car just explodes, and we do a deadpan to
Yeah.
one of the characters, and the other guy earlier in the movie said he wanted to learn to blow up shit with his mind, and apparently he had achieved that power. And like that is just that's a low level for me, but that still at the time nothing makes me laugh
Is
more.
that the Justin Long movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing makes me laugh more in that movie than just that one scene because you have a few scenes with the guy who wants to blow up shit with his mind throughout the rest of the movie, but the actual payoff of that is just still to this day makes me laugh my ass off.
I just like how they named their school the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Our mascot, the
Shit.
shit sandwiches.
I thought you were going to say where the dean comes down and he's like, I've always wanted to play the trombone. I'm like, Cody, how is that a what the fuck moment?
Okay, number 4, the other guys.
Where does that fall in the what?
It'd be like, what the fuck? Okay, number 5, because I think it sets the sort of tone the movie's going
No, the
for.
last one was number 5.
Well, sorry,
Yeah.
number 4. It is from the other guys. When Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell are walking away from the building that blows up, and you expect the classic scene of like them all walking away cool, but they immediately get blown on their ass, and it's like, how do people walk away from exploding buildings? Like, this is all entirely unrealistic.
Is that the same movie where The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson jump
Jump.
off the
Yes.
building and they die?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be a parody of that type of buddy action cop movie, and I think it explains the tone completely. That they are not the guys; they're the other guys. Like, just,
That's the name of the movie.
Ah.
yeah, but just I think that scene, like them turning that trope on their head, is amazing to me. Okay, number 3.
Okay, where does this fall in?
This is. Let me see what it is.
Whateth the fucketh?
This
I
will be
like
like, what the fuck? And-
This is the most emoting Cody's ever done on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this, I know this is played up very much to the point because it is over 20 years old. The initial feeling when you find out Bruce Willis is a ghost in The Sixth Sense.
Ooh.
Spoilers.
Like that, everybody knows it now, and it's already known. But that initial old day M. Night Shyamalan twist, what the fuck moment in a movie.
I was so gonna watch that today. Thanks, Cody. That was finally at the top of my list of movies to watch.
Like,
No, that's absolutely fair.
because it is literally at that moment in the movie where you're like, oh my god, everything else makes sense. It's not that he's not talking to his wife because she's mad because she thinks he's dead and all that. Like, oh my god, like that initial reaction, it is diminished after a second watching, but going back to that original watching of that, I think is a great what the fuck moment.
So I would say that like the first reveal is a great what the fuck moment, and then like you have to watch it a second time.
Yeah.
And see where it all connects. Like the second watching of The Sixth Sense is so much better than the first watching. In my
I
opinion.
always thought that movie was about Bruce Willis running a 5 and dime.
I don't
The
get
Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
fucking hell.
And then
That wouldn't be a 5 and dime.
Yeah.
It'd be a nickel and a penny.
No, but he runs a 5 and dime. That's where the mystery comes in. Why does he have Sixth Sense?
okay,
What's
so
it for?
well, this would be number 2 because this is higher up.
Wait, where does this one fall in?
This is like, what the fuck?
Oh. So like it's scary or what the fuck?
Yeah, like a, what the fuck?
Okay.
Is the scene in The Joker where Arthur character shoots the late night host.
Oh.
Because you think it, and then just the initial running of just how fucking crazy that goes directly from that point onwards. Like everything up until that point is reaction on the part of the character.
Well,
It
you
is
were
him
watching Sixth
reacting.
Sense. I was gonna watch the Joker, but I guess I
Yeah.
won't.
It is him reacting to everything that's in the movie. It is not him willingly. Well, he does the stuff, but it's him reacting to another outside influence that's causing him to do the things he's doing up to that point.
Okay.
And that is the moment where he takes the power into his own hands and actively does something on his own.
Matt
And I
Pat
think-
spoiled that for me.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Matt Pat. He did a film theory about it where like he was like connecting like Robert De Niro's character with like another Scorsese movie before it came out, and he's like, he'll shoot him, like he'll kill him, because I guess that's what De Niro's character had done in that movie.
Okay. Interesting.
I saw that too. Okay.
Were you like, what the fuck?
No, this one is the what the fuck?
No, this one is like, what the fuck?
Who didn't
Wow.
silence their cell phone?
Wow.
Does that mean us?
That I did.
Oh, it's all right.
Do you
God.
need to take that? Okay.
My final what the fuck scene
What the fuck?
has to be in Deep Blue. When Samuel L.
Blue
Jackson
Sea.
is doing his "We are not going to die here," and then heroic speech, everything's amped up. Oh, they're going to get out. Eaten immediately by a shark.
Fucking hell. Now
Yep.
God.
Deepest, bluest.
Now
My
I'm
hand's like a shark fin.
Don't need to watch that movie now.
Speaking of doing commentaries, check out me and Daniel's commentary on Deep Blue Sea,
Yeah, deepest,
where
bluest.
Tyler and Cody couldn't make it.
That's right.
I wasn't invited.
You can find that in our podcast archives.
Yeah. That
I
was
wasn't,
it.
I wasn't invited.
Me
to
and
that one.
Daniel rapped that in song.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we
just that.
You rapped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deepest bluest, my hat is like a shark fin.
Have you not listened to our commentary?
Oh,
that
hell
we
no.
did? Oh.
No.
But
I do
yeah,
have-
just that everything in the movie to that point. This is the scene. Everything's going to shit. And this is the scene that, oh, everything's going to go right from this moment. It is a giant name, Samuel L. Jackson. Him doing this speech is going to get everything right on track. killed immediately.
Yep.
And I think that in itself sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Okay.
That nobody is safe.
No,
And those are my top 5.
Okay.
That's a good top 5.
Okay.
Right.
You gotta
I
take
will be listening, but I'm going to step out for a second.
Okay.
It's not fun without any volume. I'll play it with the volume.
What do you?
Oh, it's a video of Adam rapping apparently.
Oh yeah. It's a little cool.
That's when we had to go dig my truck out of the
What
snow.
was I rapping? What song do you remember? Oh yeah, Wyclef Jean. Yeah. Okay.
And then the very end of it is, don't get much wider than that.
All right, who wants to go next?
You can go next.
Okay. All right, my top 5.
How are you ranking it?
5 down to 1. This one, my specific example may not have to go on the list. I mean, none of these have to go on the list, but I'm just saying my specific
they have to go on the
my
list.
specific example could be more of like a placeholder for the general feeling. So I've been sick lately, so I've been binging a lot of stuff in a show that I never really watched called My Name is Earl. Have you guys heard of it?
Oh yes, I watched most
Okay.
of that.
That's
So-
an indie show.
So I knew that show got canceled before its time. So I knew it. So I watched season 4, and then I didn't know what episode on. You know, when you have a new episode, it says playing next, and then it'll go to the next episode. The last episode of season 4 came on, giant fucking cliffhanger. It doesn't come back on. I literally said out loud, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
So basically, I guess it's just like shows that you can't or
No, the My Name is Earl, where I forgot which kid wasn't. No,
because it turns out Dodge may actually be Earl's kid, and then Earl Jr. isn't
Crabman's kid.
And they're like, I'm like, fuck you. I want more of the show.
Have you seen the? It's on the. It might not have been on there on streaming, but it's like in one of the box sets where it's like an alternate pilot.
Yeah.
Instead of watching the Carson Daly talk about karma, it's Family Guy where Stewie's like, "You gotta just take things that you want."
Oh yes,
And
I
like,
have seen
Earl
that.
becomes a bad person, then it becomes My Name is Randy.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler. Since I spoiled off air, I spoiled something really big for Daniel, so I want to not do that. So spoiler number 4.
I would laugh my ass off if it was the thing that you spoiled for Daniel.
So a lot of people, I went to the movies. Everyone I talked to saw the twist ending of this movie, but I was so fucking wrapped up in the movie that I didn't see it coming. And now I watch it knowing the reveal, and it's so completely obvious, but I was so fucking it's the reveal of the twin in Prestige.
Oh
Yeah. It's completely obvious, but I was so wrapped up that I was blown away, and everyone's else like, yeah, dude.
But see, my thing is, it was one of those things where you're like, it's so obvious it can't be that. Like, it's, to me anyway, when I watched it, I'm like, okay, there's a machine that's making a clone that's moving it across the space of the movie theater. It can't just be a fucking twin. Like, they even say it in the movie. Like, Michael Caine's like, it's a twin. That's how he does it. That's how everyone would do it.
Because I even got giddy. I think I nudged my ex-wife.
Wait a minute.
I was like, hey.
Isn't it the machine that makes a clone of him and he drowns the clone?
But that was Hugh Jackman.
He's talking about Christian Bale's.
Okay.
Where that was a twin living a double life. That reveal.
Gotcha. Okay.
To which the book is way different.
Yes, it takes place or it starts in modern time.
Yeah, and it goes back and forth.
Yeah, I thought you meant like the Hugh Jackman reveal that it's like he was drowning the clone.
Yeah. No, that was still a what the fuck. But yeah. Okay, so number 3, spoiler again. Leo's character gets killed in The Departed. He's. Is
that the one in the elevator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he's behind the 8 ball like the whole entire movie, and he's stressing. He's just a big ball of stress the whole fucking movie, and Matt Damon's character has the upper hand the entire film, and at the end Leo finally gets the upper hand on Leo, or Leo gets the upper hand on Damon, and he's got him in handcuffs. He's taking him in the elevator. It looks like Leo's gonna get his due. Door opens up. One between the eye, Leo dies. It's like there was no
Damon. I thought Damon got shot.
Damon dies at the end by Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, but they all look alike.
But there's no music. There's no music that builds up to it. It's just you think Leo's finally gonna get Mark Wahlberg turned in. He's escaped Jack Nicholson and everything. Door opens up. Fucking his brain blows out.
The ending of Departed, the entire ending was super shocking because all of like the final like deaths and people just being like, "Fuck it, there's no reason to be stealthy anymore."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was so good.
It was one of those movies where I watched once and I liked it, and I think I own it, but I've never watched it again.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best lines, I think Matt Damon talks about it in an interview, but like, Jack Nicholson's character shoots a guy,
Yeah, I've heard
then shoots the girl, and he looks over at Ray Winstone and goes, "Huh, she felt funny." Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They were doing that, and he's like, "You know what would be good is if you kept filming." Or, like he keeps like adding on.
Yeah. Number 2, this one may not be a universal thing, and it may have been kind of because I watched it in a big crowd. Like I watched it opening night with a big crowd, and I haven't really had the feeling since. So it was probably that specific time I watched it. But spoiler again, for a really old movie.
Let's just say blanket spoilers for the rest.
Everything we're talking about is going to be spoilers. Yeah.
Jigsaw's reveal at the end of the original Saw.
Yes, I remember that. That was one of the few Saw movies I watched and liked, because to me that actually had a purpose.
Like I said, it's still cool today, but I think watching it in a crowd on opening night was more of a like feeding off the energy of the crowd was cool. Okay, number 1. This one's only going to be for me. I don't think anyone else will know it.
It's the scene in Halloween where he looks through the round window. Sorry.
Actually, no. So have you guys seen the original Amityville Horror? The one with
Yes.
the one with Thanos' dad in it?
Oh, not in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a scene where Thanos' dad tries to escape and go out to
James Brolin.
Yeah, tries to go out to the boathouse, and then he hears his daughter or his wife scream, and he turns around and looks at the house, and there's a giant floating pig in the fucking window.
Oh yeah.
Like to this day, it will still send hairs up my back. Or make send hairs up my back. Make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and it will give me like a really sense of uncomfortableness, because it's like I had to look it up what it was. Like I didn't I didn't know it was a floating. So supposedly in the actual haunting there was something to do with the pig or something, but like I didn't know it was just some weird floating figure, and it freaked me. And that horror movies didn't really freak me out, but when I watched that when I was younger, that was definitely. Anyway, that one may not be universal, but that's my 5.
I just realized I made more than 5. So
that's my what the fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna go 5-1. I had never read The Boys. I didn't know anything about The Boys until. I knew that it was supposed to be like a dark take on superheroes, but it's specifically that the first episode where A-Train runs through Robin.
Oh, yeah.
Like I knew that something happened, but I didn't know what.
Like a train,
and
Robin gets a train run through her.
I was not expecting a speedster, and the fact that like they run it in like slow motion, and like Jack Quaid's just like standing there like covered in his, I think it was like his fiance at that point. Mm-hmm. Like I was just like, what the fuck? So
that was a really good moment.
That was just one of those things where I was like, okay, this is definitely setting the tone for the entire thing. Number 4 is going to be the island moving in Lost.
Oh yeah,
because that was what season 3 or 4.
No, what season 3 was when Jack and Kate and Sawyer were in the cages all fighting.
So
it must have been season 4.
It was season 4.
Yeah.
So I mean, weird shit had been happening for all, and I didn't watch Lost as it was coming out, so I was just like straight like binging it season after season, and so it was just constant like, that's fucking weird, that's weird, and I'm like, how are you going to top this? And then they're like, oh, we're gonna move the island, and I was like, oh, okay, like they're gonna move the island like it's a metaphor for something, or it's something like that, something that I'm not wrapping my head around. But like they actually showed it, and then like the fact that like the water like does like the little bloop, like it comes up and like
that was
like there's the ripples. Like I remember and I've watched it multiple times. I'm like, every time I watched it with Dad, and our dad like doesn't pay attention to anything, and he's turned to me and goes, "Did the island just?" I'm like, the island just fucking moved. Like, it was just one of those things where it's like, what the?
Was that the season with Lapidus, where he came in?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
I think I can't keep them all straight anymore.
Lapidus.
Okay. Number 3 is the reveal of the Green Lantern villain Parallax.
Oh, boo.
Because no, it's not a good what the fuck.
Oh.
It's where they make.
Oh, I didn't think about bad. What the fuck?
They make one of the Guardians into the villain, and they name him Parallax, which is not Parallax.
They named the Guardian the villain.
The Guardian becomes the villain because he's overcome with. I don't even know that fear emotion. I don't know what the hell it was.
The Yellow Cloud.
Yeah, is when Yellow Cloud villains were a thing. And it was a, what the fuck is this? Like,
you mean Parallax?
Yeah. It's like, but that's not Parallax. But it's like, why is this, like, out of all the villains you could have picked, like, why this? And it's not even anything good. Like,
they went way too high up on the power scale.
Yes. You took a brand new character and then he punches him into a sun. You took the embodiment of fear and you're like, yeah, I'm going to punch you into the... I don't know. It was just one of those things where it was a bad...
Well, especially if there was planning on making Sinestro the villain of the next movie. So you're saying the guy that's technically the boss of Sinestro is... And the guy who's going to be literally not as powerful villain for your next movie?
Yeah, like you could have done anything. But no. That's the
thing that disappointed me most about Green Lantern was that we never got to see Sinestro. I never got to see, like him doing his thing as Sinestro Corps.
Yeah.
He was just sort of like an uppity British man.
Yeah, he was. I mean, Green Lantern Sinestro was cool and all, but I was there for Yellow Lantern Sinestro, and there was not present.
And they didn't even like make him like, because Green Lantern Sinestro, he's a bad guy, but he thinks that he's doing it for the right reasons. Like he's protecting his people by like through fear, and like they just make him like a giant dick. Like they don't. It's basically what and he's like, you're a fucking human, and it's like, really, like, are humans that bad like throughout the entire universe that like?
Oh, so
have you met? Yes, I mean, yes, humans are terrible.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure there's other species that are just terrible, like the giant floating eyeball, or the sentient math problem that is a Green Lantern,
or the Adams dimension that
that's
all
Cody's arch nemesis, the sentient math
the sentient math problem.
Oh, the Numeronicons?
I wanted to see Mogo.
Oh.
Okay. So
I would like to see the Manhunter art would have been a better initial entering. The different ideals of how you protect the galaxy would have been a much better Green Lantern villain.
That would have been good.
Number 2, I'm going to do... has anyone seen The World's End? Simon Pegg movie?
At World's End.
No, I think it's just World's End.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue with you.
At World's End is the Pirates of the Caribbean.
I hate you. So it's one of those movies where like it's like they're going back to their hometown and they're gonna do this beer crawl and it's all fun, and then like halfway through like it flips to like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers movie. Like it completely really changes script, and that's not the what the fuck moment. The what the fuck moment is Simon Pegg finally gets to the World's End. And him and Nick Frost are fighting because he has to finish this thing that he's wanted to. Like it's held up his entire life, and they're fighting. And then he like pulls down his sleeves, and he's got like gauze around his wrists, and he's got like a hospital bracelet. And you find out that he was suicidal. That like he's he spent like his entire like life like trying to do this. Like he says like nothing got better than that night. Like nothing was what it was supposed to be.
Like the base idea was
Okay.
like he's a guy who peaked in high school, and that's been his
Do we
entire
all wear glasses?
top level of his life.
Oh my god, we all wear glasses.
Yeah.
No, that's
Thank
fine.
you for paying attention, Adam.
It's not like I was talking about an
Wow.
emotional what the fuck moment in
Yeah, but-
cinema. But
Also, not like we've known each other for
Dude, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
I,
what,
but-
8 years now.
But I get that moment you're talking about. Like he's the guy who peaked in high school. Like everything has never been better than that.
yeah, like the car that he drove in high school, he still drives. And they're like, oh, we're surprised it runs. And he's like, yeah, I had to do a few things I had to fix. And he like lists off like everything. He's like, it's the same thing. And it's just one of those moments where even like the body snatching aliens and everything that changes, still that's the moment where you're like, what the fuck? Sorry, mine's not as good as Cody.
No, that's good.
No, my what the fuck isn't as good as Cody.
What the fuck?
There you go.
Or no, we're like, what the fuck?
My
Yeah, I think
my
that's-
number one would be the entire movie Buried.
oh, with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You got a lot of Ryan Reynolds on here. I noticed.
Well,
Two?
because it's
I think I know about that movie, but can you explain?
so basically Ryan Reynolds plays a contractor in the Middle East that's like it's a company that's like subcontracted for the army and he's supposed to be like delivering things and his convoy gets attacked and he gets put into like a box and buried in the desert and like that's the entire movie is him like in a box in the sand and like he's trying to get help and it's like him talking to different people and basically it's like him trying to get a hold of his wife and tell her like it's okay, I'm gonna be fine, and then it's like him talking to someone in the army that's like it's all right, we're gonna find you, and then like he gets a hold of his company like he's supposed to do and his company's like you were traveling with a female employee. Yeah, she worked with me. Well, we have reports that you guys were intimate together. He's like, no, we weren't. He goes, that's against company policy. We now don't have to pay you life insurance. And so like it's just constant like this guy's trying to like survive and like it's just everyone just completely screwing him over. Like the people he's talking to in the military, he's like, yeah, this has happened. Like this guy Mark White, we found, we saved his life. We're gonna save your life. And like as like the sand's filling up the box, he's like, no, we're coming for you. Just hold on, we're gonna get there. And then they're like, we're breaking in. And he opens it up, and the guy that promised him that he's saved people before, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's Mark White." And it's just like, you fucking lied to him. You told him that you were gonna save
Yeah,
him.
because he's like, I can't hear you. He's like, we're right on top of you, and Reynolds like, I can't hear you. You guys, we're getting ready to open the thing.
Yeah, and it's just constant. Like it's every single time is like is literally what the fuck.
Could go wrong went wrong.
Like the only person you see in this movie is that female contractor, and it's on like a small screen phone, and it's literally like 2 seconds of her with a gun to her head, and then like they shoot her, and they're like,
that insurance shit's real, man. Did you hear about that guy that? This is less serious, but he did a halftime basketball thing where he had to hit a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. He hit all three of them, and he was supposed to get $10,000, but the insurance company that was paying it out for the school, the college or whatever, denied it because when he did the half-court shot, his tip of the front of his toes were on the line, and they said that it was supposed to be behind the line, so they didn't pay it out. Like that insurance shit's fucking real.
See, that reminds me. There was this Christmas. There was a NBA team. I think it was in New York somewhere that like got a whole bunch of like Christmas lists and like had Santa Claus coming around and giving like PlayStation 5s to kids and all that. And then when the cameras weren't rolling, they took the PlayStation 5s back from them and gave them like a T-shirt for the NBA instead.
Jeez.
And it was all supposed to be like a bid or a gimmick.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's basically what this movie is. Like the whole time you're watching it, you're like, oh man, like something happens, and like you're like, okay, it can't get any worse than that. And then it's like, oh hey, well, we're not paying you out any money, and we're gonna tell your wife that you were having an affair. And this guy that I promised you that we had saved, that we were coming to save you, now the last thing you hear me say is the name of him, like, as you're like...
Do you think, one, he could never get in the right position, but do you think if he literally could get on his feet, which I understand he can't, but I'm saying if he could get on his feet and like crouch down, do you think he could push himself through the sand? Like, I don't know if it's even humanly possible, depending on how deep he was.
The only thing I know is that you're supposed to punch up, and you're supposed to try and funnel as much of it down by your feet, and then when like there's literally no more room left, that's when you're supposed to start to climb up.
And you're supposed to cover your face with your shirt to keep sand or dirt from going into your mouth and nose.
I guess it just depends on how deep you are, I guess.
I have like an innate fear of that. But Dad used to watch this movie called Buried Alive, where like this guy like wanted to kill his wife, so like he like injected her with some drug like that made her appear dead and like buried her alive, and then she found out, she came back. He was on a boat, and somehow she like flipped the boat over, like a not like a small rowboat, but like an actual like big boat with a cabin. She like flipped it over in like the middle of the ocean, like, and like him and the chick he was banging like were stuck there. I'm like, this is why am I watching this?
There's another movie when we're talking about Buried Alive. I can't find the name of it right now, but it starred Adrian Brody. And he was a magician, failed magician that was turned serial killer. That it was supposed to be sort of it was a mix between magic, serial killer, sort of Hannibal Lecter style things, where he has buried this woman alive, and he's trying to play this game with cops who have caught him, being like, okay, you're gonna have to do these things to make certain she doesn't suffocate and all this stuff. Then the movie ends with he has kidnapped one of the detectives that have captured him from doing some Houdini stuff, like pulling a wire out from underneath his thumbnail and picking his locks of his handcuff, and basically kidnapped her from the fucking police station to basically, he said, oh, she was dead 30 minutes ago, and was going to bury her in the same box with the dead body. But it doesn't end bad like that. When the lady actually lives, they fucking win, and they kill him and try to put him in the box.
So that was my 5.
Okay.
all right.
What the fuck?
That was like a, what the fuck?
Yeah, so mine are in no particular order. Just in general, the first 5 that I kind of thought of. Which I had to change one of them because I had Deep Blue Sea with Samuel Jackson.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Why?
You should be.
Yeah, so I changed it.
My defense, that's the reason I wanted to go first. Not specifically because I did not want to have to change up my list if you guys had copied me.
There was a good what the fuck moment that happened last night.
What?
You want me to talk about it?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I want to wait until I watch it.
I legitimately am sorry. I feel so
You
bad.
son of a bitch.
I thought you watched it.
I didn't. I had other things to do last night. Okay, so my top 5. The first one comes from Evil Dead Rise. And that whole movie is got a lot of kind of what the fuck, I can't believe this is happening kind of moments. The one that really stuck with me is there's the main character is like this teen girl, and you think they're going to build up for like the survivor last girl kind of thing, and she ends up getting killed and turned into a deadite about halfway through the movie. And ends up being not the main character, not the final survivor girl that you expected.
Which girl?
The teen girl.
How does she? Is it the one in the apartment?
Yeah, like the whole movie takes place in an apartment.
Oh, right.
But you've got like the mom.
Yeah.
You've got the aunt.
Right.
And then the mom has a son and a daughter.
How did she?
And then a little girl.
Yes. Right.
And it's the teen girl that you think is going to be the final survivor girl.
Yeah. Right.
And she ends up getting like turned into a deadite from something that her mom did. And isn't she like when that reveal happens, she's like in the...
Which one?
No, I know who he's talking about.
Okay.
I know. I just can't remember what happened. Like I was trying to. I remember that she does. I was trying to remember how it happened.
Yeah, and then the reveals like she's in the kitchen when they find out that she turned, and like there's like, is it bugs or something like that? Like burst from her face.
Yeah, and she also cooking like her skin, like she's on. Or am I thinking what the mom?
I think the mom does that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's a good movie.
Jesus.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, The Evil Dead Rises is an absolutely fantastic horror movie.
Yeah.
Sounds fucking horrifying.
It is. So my another one comes from a movie I have seen, and it's Deathstalker.
It's the amount of boobies that are.
And there was a significant amount of boobs in that one, and the what the fuck moment from this one. Yeah, you have like your He-Man-esque perfect like guy, like soldier Conan Barbarian type character, and he's not a good person in the opening of the movie. Like he's kind of robbing people, but he's robbing them kind of Robin Hood style. He's not taking from people who don't have. He's taking from the bandits, and like he saves a girl, and like he's like, okay, well I saved you, so now we're gonna have sex, kind of things.
She's like,
and and she's like 3/4 of the way through until he gets distracted, and then she bails. You know.
He keeps putting them in bad positions to rescue them.
Yeah.
Oh, you almost stepped in that puddle.
Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, so the what the fuck moment from that movie comes from when they meet the female lead. And the female lead, and I described it, I think I was off podcast, but she's basically in thong plus cloak and no top. And she's in that through the entire movie.
Historically accurate.
Yeah, with a very brief moment where she does get a top for much less time than she doesn't have the top on.
This is really itchy.
Right. But it's they meet, they agree to adventure together along with the rest of the party, and she is asleep in camp. And he like walks over to her, like lays down on top of her, and like wakes her up by like kissing and starting sex. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like our main character is raping this female character? Like
That's how my dog wakes me up every morning.
with the sex?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you shouldn't sleep like that with your face down, ass up.
Don't you sleep on all fours?
No.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah. So that's my what the fuck moment from that one.
Oh, God. That is fucking terrible.
Right? There's definitely a change in times. Like that would not fly today.
I've heard this. Basically, it's an old Disney movie. Where
That's an old Disney movie?
No, there's this old Disney movie that's about basically a bunch of hill miner guys, like in this vein of like time period Swiss Family Robinson Disney, like in the 50s, early 60s, where it's like these 7 miner brothers, and they're mining, and then one of them gets a wife just by basically going to town.
You shouldn't get married until you're 18.
Right. And basically goes to town, basically almost kidnaps this woman, and like, and then the rest of the guys go to town, kidnap a bunch of more ladies, and basically Stockholm syndrome all these women until they're like, oh yeah, we love them, they're our husbands.
That is fucked up.
Yeah. And
That's a Disney movie?
It's a Disney movie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's it called?
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that just...
The Apple Dumpling Gang?
All right, well, while Cody's looking up that, my next one is Avengers Endgame. And that comes from the opening scenes where they track down Thanos, and Thor just murders the fuck out of Thanos in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where the fuck does this movie go now?
Yeah, exactly.
Funny story about that. My youngest had one of those those big 1-inch Jack Pacific toys. You know, the tall ones. They don't really have any articulation.
1 inch is this big?
1 foot. 1 foot. Sorry. And
Poor Dana.
Yeah.
of Thanos, and Endgame was coming out, and he was beating the toy up, beating Thanos up, and I kid you, I swear to God, you have to ask Dana because it's true. Me and Dana said, so how do you think Thanos is gonna die in the movie? And Abel goes, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna cut his head off. So we're like, oh, okay, hey, calm down. And then we go to the movie, and his head gets, and I look over at Dana and say, that's fucking freaky.
Your house is tapped by the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
All right.
Write this down, guys.
Okay.
That is true. Like, that happens, and you're just kind of like, okay, where the fuck do they go now? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Like, expected this movie to be completely different.
that would have been funny if that scene happened and then just end credits. That's all we got, guys.
Yep. Okay. So my next one is from Invincible. And it's the end of the first episode.
Is that the animated show?
Yes.
Okay.
On Amazon.
Okay.
So, like, Cody talked me into watching it, and he was like, hey, it's really good. Just stick it out through the first episode. And that's kind of how I pitch it to everybody. Is like, it's going to feel really generic until you get to the end of the first episode.
At least that's better than watch this show. The first 5 seasons suck, but by the time you get to the 6th season, you're gonna love it.
That is a conversation that Cody and I have on a regular basis.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But at the end of the first episode of Invincible, like, it's all like very standard kind of cartoon superhero, very generic Superman. And at the very end, you have like the Invincible Justice League and their version of Superman, who's Omni-Man. And you have the most absolutely brutal metal murdering of their entire Justice League from their Superman.
Was that on the White House lawn?
No.
No.
that's
No, it was in their
that's
Hall of Justice.
The Guardians of the Globe.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And like he hits the Aquaman character with a mace, and you just see like his brain and bone and blood go splattering. The Flash, like he's like choking, or he's squeezing the Flash's head, and Flash is just punching the Superman variant in the chest as hard as he can.
Yeah, so
and
Omni-Man is crushing the Flash variant Red Rush, which is a Russian Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so more context.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Another recap.
Yeah, thank you. And anyway, and the Flash is punching him in the chest and like breaking his hands, breaking his wrists, and his hands are just this a mess until he crushes his head.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just the most brutal metal scene ever.
See, the one
It's
scene,
amazing.
The one scene I've seen, I have no context at all, because it was a YouTube short. Some little girl that can change size jumps in some dude's mouth, and she tries to grow bigger.
Yes,
That happens.
Yeah, that's like, I think the last season, Shrinking Ray.
Oh, well, she didn't make it. Spoiler.
I
yes,
haven't
she did.
seen that season yet.
Jesus Christ, Adam.
I'm a season behind on Invincible.
Well, I haven't seen any of it. That was just like...
Yeah, so like if you guys haven't seen that clip, I'm gonna have to play this clip after the podcast is done. It's amazing.
I've seen it.
Okay.
You might want to hurry up because you're a season behind. They've started also the next season.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Daniel,
Oh,
they started the next season.
thank you.
And you're one behind.
I get that.
I just wanted to recap.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're about to
that.
be 2 seasons behind. Just a
Daniel,
recap.
Daniel, you're about to be. We're just gonna recap and recap. All next episode is just gonna be a recap of this
Right.
episode.
So previously on.
Previously on.
we're just gonna sit here and play Rank Me Off through the headphones.
Yeah, so this is what you missed last time, and just repeat the episode.
Guys, this is a low effort episode. We're just gonna play last week's episode.
God, that'd be such a great gimmick if we were hit it big. Okay. Okay, and then my final one, which is probably no surprise, is from the original Transformers movie. And there's a couple what the fuck moments in that one, like
Did Michael Bay's one?
no, the 86, the good one.
Oh yeah.
And like the one that like I think that would go with is like Prime dying, because like you don't expect Optimus Prime to die, especially as a kid going into that movie. Like I did not expect Prime to be dead. Mm-hmm. Like Prime was on that medical bed getting ready to die, and I'm like, he's gonna be fine. And then he like Ratchet will fix him or something. Well, not Ratchet because Ratchet's dead, but like the dropping of the Matrix, and then oh no, Prime really is dead. And then you have like the brutal murdering of Brawn and Ironhide and Prowl and Ratchet on the ship.
Yeah, there was one. It may have been on the ship. There was one that really like fucked me up as a kid. Was he gets shot and like his eyes grow. You can see his eyes like glow really quick, and then you see all the life go out of it, and smoke comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's Prowl dying.
That
with the orange smoke.
That one as a kid really fucked me. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that one was brutal. There's a cut scene that got re-put in, and it's Spike and Bumblebee after they set the bomb on the planet to explode on Unicron, and like Unicron eats the planet, it explodes, and they're flying away cheering, and then they see that the Unicron's not even harmed. And what they cut was Spike goes, "Oh shit, what are we gonna do now?" And they restored it in the new versions, and it's absolutely fantastic. And that caught me off guard too. Like, what the fuck? You're gonna let Spike swear like that? So yeah, that's my contribution to the list.
I got you.
Because there was a lot in that movie where I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe this is happening.
Especially that hardcore gangbang they did on RC in the middle of the movie. I did not see that coming. Neither did she.
Fuck.
Sorry, I messed up. It wasn't a Disney movie.
Cody. Just to recap,
That wasn't a Disney movie. All right. Okay, so we have our list, and now we need to narrow it down to 5.
So we're going from what are you starting at, Cody?
What the fuck?
Okay.
And we're ending at
What the fuck?
there we go.
I think the Transformer ones has to go on there because that fucked a lot of kids over. Even not even necessarily kids.
I like. Yes, I agree with that. Like that. What the fuck moments for adults aren't as memorable as they are for kids, because the stories I hear, I saw it as an adult, and I'm like, people die, but I can't imagine a child's favorite character being shot in the chest.
You can even use the Duke. I mean, I know he ended up surviving through thanks to Optimus, but like even Duke getting shot was like, and I wasn't even a big G.I. Joe fan. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, just the ramifications of that has now made it where he can never die.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one.
I will accept no list that does not include Sixth Sense, because that Sixth Sense reveal at the end is iconically what the fuck.
It's not bad for a show about a grocery store.
All right, Tyler.
You
Cody?
said it already. This game. I actually had to step out for Adams. So what the fuck were Adams?
Adams were My Name is Earl, the ending, because they landed on a cliffhanger. Prestige, when Heel Jackman finds out that Christian Bale is using a twin.
Oh, well, yeah, the one where they find it where it was more dramatic that it wasn't actual techno science. That was the crazy part of the movie, but the one where there's just two of the fucking same dude.
Yeah, it was a sleight of hand. Yeah.
Like I like that.
Yep. The Departed, when Leonardo DiCaprio gets killed in the elevator at the very end of the movie.
Never seen it.
It's a good movie.
Spoilers.
Saw, when the reveal of who Jigsaw is at the end of the very first Saw movie.
Oh, okay, that's pretty classic.
That is
seen Saw?
I've seen Saw because
You've seen Saw?
I've seen Saw.
I've seen Saw. Have you seen Saw?
Yeah, I've seen Saw.
I've seen.
And then
I've
Amityville
Hacksaw.
Horror, the
You have Saw?
original,
Hacksaw.
I'll skip it. I've never seen it.
the original Amityville Horror that has the pig floating in the window in the back.
I think
And then-
Saw should be on that list.
I agree with Saw.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I like. I've seen the first Saw. That. Oh my god, the dude was Seesaw.
Were you buzzed to see it? Were you a buzzsaw?
No.
Yeah, and then the two that you missed from Tyler were The Boys, when A-Train hits Huey's girlfriend
That was
and
actually,
disintegrates her.
that was going to be on my list of something that sets the tone for a show. Of that happening immediately, almost that right there was amazing to me.
And I feel like that show is just kept, like, they've tried to just constantly replicate that with, like, the most crazy ass
The
shit.
C4 up the ass.
Yeah.
The C4 up the ass, and then the multiplying guy that's like eating him like it's like a human centipede line.
Yeah. The guy who was like shrunk inside some dude's dick and sneezes and cuts him in
Yeah,
half.
yeah. They're just, but that's the Robin exploding has to be like what set the tone for the entire thing.
And everything I know about the Comic Boys, the show has been very tame.
Yeah, I missed a humble bundle of all the boys comics by an hour. I was so mad because I was gonna buy it and read
Humble
them.
bundle.
Yeah, the
Humble
comics, from what I understand, to the show is still the
Humble
show is
bundle.
very tame.
Humble bundle.
Okay, so is that your choice?
What, the boys?
Yeah.
Like how we just talked it up, and he's like, "Fuck, no, it's not."
I like that boy scene because you talk about a scene that defines a show. That hits hard.
All right, so we need to collectively choose one more off our list.
Okay, so what do we have currently?
We've got The Accepted with the car bomb scene. The Other Guys where they respond to the building blowing up.
With actual physics.
I think the one that everyone could pick out, that everyone knows, would be the Deep Blue Sea.
I kind of lean that way too. I kind of agree with that.
That could be a placeholder for any scene where a major star, like Steven Seagal and Executive Decision, Samuel L. Jackson, Deep Blue Sea, it could be a placeholder for all those.
Because it's
scenes.
just
Samuel L. Jackson and the other guys.
It's just one of those things where you're like, it's a what the fuck like it's something that you don't expect to come out and just comes out of left field.
Yeah.
Okay, so of these 5, we've got the Sixth Sense reveal that Bruce Willis is dead, Samuel L. Jackson's death in Deep Blue Sea, the Jigsaw reveal on the end of Saw, Robin being killed by A-Train and the boys, and then the indiscriminate murder of the Transformers and Transformers.
I'd say Transformers would have to be number 1 because that fucked up a lot of kids.
You think so? Number 1, most what the fuck moment is the Transformer deaths?
I kind of disagree. I think it's not number 1, but it doesn't need to be at the bottom.
Even as a massive Transformers fan, I would feel odd putting it at number 1.
I think you're doing this to get on Daniel's good side.
No,
all he's got to do is get on his
No.
knees. I don't know why he's
like
supposed to fucking try that
Like
hard.
I said last week, my only he's giving me some comic books, but my only knowledge, besides making dead air, so before all this,
My only knowledge is watching the show, reading comic books,
before I started this podcast,
giving Michael Bay the
my
script for
only
all the
knowledge
Transformers
of
movies.
Transformers was that movie. My only
So
knowledge.
Okay, so then-
that's the reason you want to put it so high.
So then
You think-
Transformers 2, and then I think The Sixth Sense should probably be 1.
Now there's better things about grocery stores, like Superstore.
You keep doing that.
Find
joke.
that joke and just kill it.
Yep. Just keep on keeping it on. Just
Come
keep,
on,
keep
Cody,
going.
laugh.
I laughed the first time. It went like,
All right. All right.
What
So
about RC being gangbanged? Did you like that joke?
what? Look, I don't think I was here for that.
Oh, okay.
okay. So our final list, Transformers is 2.
I agree with that. Like, I get your point of fucking up an entire generation so much that
So,
it is.
so
it
on
is-
record, Cody believes that we should fuck up an entire generation of kids.
Yep.
I mean, that explains me quite a bit, you know.
I think, yeah. Number 2.
All right. Transformers number 2. 1 Sixth Sense.
I think until this day, it sets the bar for those what the fuck moments in movies.
I mean, if you think of a twist, what the fuck moment.
It's Sixth Sense. And it's gotten to
I'm
the
trying to
point
think of
now.
what grocery store movies.
It's gotten to the point. The master
Mist.
of the twist, M. Night Shyamalan, can never do a movie now that is as good, in my opinion.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, anytime he's tried, the twist has not been quite
Like-
as.
What
Like,
about Psycho?
the
Psycho's
the
got
devil.
A good twist.
So what?
Psycho's got a good
The
twist.
Devil. You seen that movie?
Is that the one where they're stuck in the elevator?
Yeah.
I actually really, really enjoy that
That's
one.
not,
Yeah.
that's not his movie. He executive produced it.
I thought he wrote it. Oh.
It's
still a
probably
good
why-
movie.
That's probably why it's a good movie.
like I still this day, it's what put him on the map.
That's true.
And I mean, in all of his other movies, I mean, the twists aren't nearly as good.
What was the twist in Avatar?
That it was a Avatar
Terrible
movie.
fucking
Oh.
movie.
Okay.
To which the show was a little bit better, but it wasn't a whole lot better.
Yeah, and that is entirely prejudiced because I was in love with the cartoon.
Yeah, Pandora looked a lot different in that movie.
I'm gonna stab you.
They're making another one. Oh, that's what we should have done for news. They're making a new Avatar series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like apparently like Korra fucked up things so
Yeah,
hard that
like,
all the avatars are hated or something.
Yeah, so the new Avatar is like completely despised.
Yeah.
Because she like ruined the world.
Huh.
Because there was a scene where the guy that voiced Zuko in the original series and then the girl that voiced Korra are talking.
Danny Zuko?
Yes.
That's John Travolta.
and they're like, and he's like, yeah, the Avatar completely ruined the world, and she's like, well, we don't know, we don't know that, if it was her fault.
Was Danny Zuko from Greece?
Yes, you fucking moron.
Okay, so Sixth Sense going in the first slot.
Okay.
So we got Sixth Sense, Transformers. We need 3, 4, and 5. I'm inclined to put Boys at 3 because that was a shocking scene when A-Train hits Robin and she explodes.
Yeah.
Because that's like within the first 10 minutes.
Something like that, yeah. It's relatively early in that first episode.
Like, because it's always been that thing. Nerds always talk about, if you put the actual physics behind it, Superman would have cut Lois in half when he caught her and stuff like that. And applying that physical knowledge to a superhero universe, how destructive shit can be.
Yeah. Okay. So the Boys at 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 4 is
Are you
either.
still laughing about your fucking Danny Zuko joke?
Keep my mouth shut.
I think it's Saul.
Is it Saw?
I think it's Saw.
What was the other two options?
Deep Blue Sea, where Samuel L. Jackson dies, or Saw, the Jigsaw reveal?
Because I think we all agreed the Deep Blue Sea is a placeholder for every instance of like that actor is too big to die, dies.
Yeah. That makes sense. 5 and 4, yeah.
That, and I think Saw is more of a what the fuck moment in the sense that he got away with it, and Deep Blue Sea is to me it's a what the fuck moment, but at the same time it's kind of funny the way that it's played because he just gives that big heroic speech and then that happens.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we have our final list then. So the official top 5 what the fuck moments from Damage Control Podcasting. Number 5, Deep Blue Sea, where Samuel L. Jackson dies at the middle or end of his big dramatic build-em-up speech. Number 4, the Jigsaw reveal at the end of Saw, when Jigsaw gets away with it and has been there the entire time. No. Number 3, The Boys, when A-Train slams into Robin and she disintegrates and explodes and the blood is dripping off of Huey's face. Number 2, Transformers and the indiscriminate murder of so many of beloved characters from season 1 and 2 to sell more toys. And then number 1, Sixth Sense, where Bruce Willis was dead the entire time.
And running a grocery store.
And running a grocery store, apparently.
There
Yes.
you
go.
All right.
Anybody got any honorable mentions?
You guys said a lot of the ones I was thinking of putting on my list. I had the Invincible kill the Guardian scene. I had
Sausage Party, that takes place in a grocery store.
I had
Horrible.
I thought of The Boys as well. That whole scene. I actually even thought about the scene where the key goes down the drain in Saul. I don't know if it's the first one or the
Yeah,
second
it's the
one.
first one.
One of mine that didn't make my list was the torture scene in Casino Royale,
Oh, I haven't
where
seen
he
that.
cuts the bottom of the chair out, and he's got the big thick monkey paw rope, and he's whacking him in the nuts, just because it's a wait a minute, what the fuck is going on type of thing, and James Bond's like, everyone's gonna know that you died scratching my balls, just because it was something that was so realistic, and then it just came out of left field.
I say that reminds me of one from Game of Thrones, and that is Ramsay's treating of Theon, and like that several episodes and all the fucked up things that he does to Theon.
Yeah, that initial scene where he leads him on the goose chase right back to the torture chamber.
He does what to his gooch?
He
cuts
chases
off
the
his
gooch
dick.
around.
Yeah,
Then he does well with it.
he eats it, doesn't he?
No, he sends it to his dad.
Oh,
and he
that's
says,
right.
I took Theon's favorite toy. But he is sitting there and he has a sausage on a fork and he shakes it and he's like, that's not actually what it is. Like, the guy's completely fucking mentally.
So did he cut his dick off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he does it in a fucked up way too. Like he buys like 2 or 3 prostitutes and has them like
Get him hard.
yeah, like rouse him and like, oh, this is what's it gonna be, and like Theon knows it's scary, but he can't keep himself because they're attractive and naked
Did he
and crawling
survive?
all over him, huh?
Did he survive
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he survived.
to the end of the series?
He dies in the Battle of Winterfell.
The last season?
Making
Yeah.
up for his traitorous things.
Who
Like,
played Theon?
Alfie, I can't think of it. He was the guy that
played Ron Weasley. I'm joking.
the guy that killed
You
John
believed
Wick's
it for
dog.
a sec.
Oh, he got his dick cut off. Good.
Yeah,
Fuck
he got
him.
his dick cut off.
Well, that happened after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's played the dick multiple times now.
The only other one that I had, which I don't know if anyone's seen, Dragon Ball Z, but this was in like Dragon Ball Super, and it's like it's the tournament of power, like the strongest people in the entire
Universes.
and it's Goku up against somebody, and they're like launching everything, and like he can't. They're like, you can't fire this blast if there's nothing to stand on, and so he's like jumping like on all these like floating rocks, and like he's just like building up energy, and then there's like a beam of energy that comes like right past him, and he like flips over. He's holding this blast in his hand,
Yes.
and uses it like a skateboard and slides on this blast to like inches away from this chick's face, and then just launches it,
That's fantastic.
and it's amazing. But at the same time, you're like, what the fuck? Just like you've watched all these different ways, because because it's the Kamehameha wave. He shot it from his hands. He's shot it from his feet. He's done it like one-handed. He's done instant transmission. It's just crazy.
It was a new, unique way of the Kamehameha wave.
That's cool. Yeah.
I will say the reason he couldn't do it while flying was because there was no flying in that tournament.
Oh, I didn't see. I just
Unless
saw that
you had
clip.
wings or something like that.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of rule caveats to make it fair for people. What? I know stuff, and I want people to know that I know stuff.
Neat.
Interesting. All right. So to recap, you've been listening to Rank Me Off, a damage control podcasting production.
Just got it to recap. I thought you were gonna say to recap, and you were gonna read them all.
Damage control podcasting production. Make sure you check out new episodes every Monday on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Make sure you check out our social medias on Facebook and Instagram, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Adam, push the button.
Push a button.